Hello dear students, in the last video we read that how the grandmother churned butter from the milk. Now today in this video we just continue with the chapter. My grandmother collected all the lumps together in her hands and shaped them together into a round ball. I sat still waiting for the best part. My grandmother put the big round ball into a vessel filled with water. Now, what the grandmother did, just collected all the lumps together in her hands and shaped them together into a round ball. And I sat there only waiting for the best part. And the best part is that the grandmother just put the big round ball into a vessel filled with water where it can float it like those white planets that we drew in our geography book. Then she collected the small lumps of butter that were still floating inside, made a small ball, and looked at me. And obediently, I opened my mouth. It means that all the butter he just put into the round ball into a vessel filled with water, but still small lumps out there. So she just waited, and just obediently I opened my mouth, and in went the freshly churned butter, and it tasted of the saltiness of my grandmother's hand. Now the taste is like saltiness of my grandmother's hand, the sweetness of cow's milk, and the slight sourness of the yogurt cream that we collected. Now the taste is of the three different things, like the saltiness is also there, sweetness is also there, and the sourness is also there. Saltiness thoda sa namkeen, sweetness meetha, and sourness khatta. Now, the 10 years later, my grandmother still made buttermilk, but now it was with her mixie. Yes, now in the today's era, we just used mixie to turn out the butter from the milk that my uncle had brought for her. It made churning a lot easier. She put thick yogurt into the blender, added ice cold water from the fridge, and pressed a switch. Now, this was an easy task, and it is very easy or to churning a lot easier by the mixie. So he just add thick yogurt into the blender or the jar and added ice cold water from the fridge and pressed a switch. After 5 minutes, the yogurt would form on top. The bubbles were the signal for my grandmother. Now but by pressing a switch, and after just 5 minutes the yogurt just form up on top. Form means like form bubbles like in a soapy water or a fizzy drink, and all the bubbles are the sign for my grandmother. She added a little more water and pressed the switch once again, and then she just again added a little more water and pressed the switch once again. Soon lumps of butter would form. She would collect the large lumps and form them as a before into a large round ball, that means a ball. The remaining lumps went into my mouth. They still tasted like buttery heaven, and still they just tasted like a buttery heaven. Now the every part of India uses buttermilk. Now this from this paragraph there is a that every part of India uses buttermilk. Now in different area, different type of buttermilk we used or just drink it. In Kerala, we simply water it down, put in a few fresh curry and leaves, and drink it as a sambram. Now in Kerala, how we used that, how we just drink it the buttermilk, that we simply put water in that and then fresh curry leaves and drink it as a sambram, that is called sambram. In Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, buttermilk is spiced with green chilies. Now the buttermilk is spiced with green chilies, ginger, curry leaves and salt, and all of which are crushed and added to the buttermilk. Now that